This is extremely good news for the Panthers. They called up Jack Devine, and his debut, well, it was pretty solid, all things considered, and he helped Bob get a shutout. I'll tell you how many it's been for him in his career, and they face the Edmonton Oilers tonight, a rematch of the last two Stanley Cup Finals. We'll get into that matchup in just a few moments. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in this episode of Panthers Digest. I'm your host, Greg Andrews. Hit that subscribe button down below. Help me get to 4,000 subs. I'd really appreciate it. If you're watching these videos, haven't subscribed, hit that button. It takes 2 seconds, and hit that hype button. Help my vids reach a larger audience, guys. I really do appreciate all of your support, and this is the channel where you'll find anything and everything that has to do with your back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. This is where you're going to find tons of information about them, pre-game, post-game recaps, call-ups, injuries, anything that has to do with the Florida Panthers. So, Jack Devine came in. Yeah, he didn't play a ton of minutes, over 8 minutes in the game, but man, they were solid minutes. He looked really good. Solid passing, good positioning, was a little hesitant in the first period, but as the game wore on, he started to be a little bit more physical, made some smart choices, didn't commit any penalties. I think he knew with a 1-0 goal lead, he wasn't going to be risking anything on the ice. Good decisions all around. Let's just get right into those highlights from that game. We'll do this pretty quickly. So, not a lot from him to show, but the first couple of highlights here, you'll see him in it. So you'll see him up right here. Good positioning right in front of the net. You can see trying to screen the goaltender. Tried to deflect that one in, but good positioning nonetheless. And you'll see right here, he's in control of the puck right here. Has a very solid pass to Gregor, the open man. Shoots it on net. Unfortunately, it did not go and hit the back of the twine. But, like I said, if you watched the previous video and you saw his highlights from being in the AHL as well as being at the University of Denver. Great setup guy. I think tonight, hopefully, I don't have any of the lineups yet, but I'm sure Bob will be in net. I have a feeling we'll be seeing the same lineup. I don't know if Studnicka will be there or not, but maybe he will. I don't know, but right now I think Devine is going to get that fourth line spot. So let's keep rolling here. Great job by Bob. Again, being the wall. Got the shutout. 51st of his career. So he was a wall again. He was great. He was the reason why we really got that 1-0 lead, 1-0 win, and his 51st shutout. And man, Rhino with this just all-star, top talent, world-class move. Watch the replay under the defender's stick, gets around it, puts his wood on that, and puts it past the goaltender. Unbelievable shot right there. That is actually his 26th career game opening goal. And again, good setup by the Cats, but here, bigger stop by Bob, getting the arm on it. That almost went underneath him. And check this out. Watch this deflection right there. And Bob is still able to focus and stop that one from hitting the back of the net. It almost got under his arm, but man, was he on, focused, laser focused in the game. Big stops to help the Cats get the win, and a much needed 2 points, keeping him in the hunt. Again, one of the things I got to say, currently, where they are in the standings is pretty much where they were last season. So all things considered, with all of the injuries, they're doing a pretty bang-up job right now. You guys can take a look at it. I think they might be right where they at, maybe a touch behind, but still playing up to par with where they need to be to stay in the hunt of that wild card spot. They just got to keep winning at home right now and try to build somewhat of momentum heading into their road trips heading into December and January. But right now, the homestand, now they're going to have a game on the road coming up in Nashville, and they come back for a 6-game homestand. Hopefully they can keep winning. Let's keep going here, guys. So what we're looking at right now, well, sorry about that. Jack Devine, great debut, only 2 shots on net. Like I said, he had about over 8 minutes of ice time, but he was very effective, very smart decision-making, good positioning. Maurice loved where he was everywhere on the ice. And this is what he had to say about Jack Devine's debut. He did good. He was where he was supposed to be. I thought he showed good confidence, and that he did. Here are his numbers. Like I said, nothing to stand out and say, man, wow, look at what he did. But 2 hits, 2 shots, We'll take it. 8 minutes and 20 seconds of time on ice. A good debut for the 22-year-old, two-time national champion at the University of Denver, man. He was solid all around. I think he will definitely be fighting this year for a roster spot, much like Sam Reinhart did last season. I know he didn't debut last year, but he worked his way into that starting rotation. I think Devine has that opportunity with guys being injured. Hopefully, he could work his way into the rotation on that fourth line. So let's keep rocking and rolling here, guys. So tonight, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna get into everything about the New Jersey Devils, but big time win. They needed those 2 points. So tonight, rematch, last two Stanley Cups. These are the last 5 games for the teams. We are 4-1. The Oilers, unfortunately, are 1-4. Their goaltending has been the issue. Their offense, not a problem. They're scoring when they need to, but their goaltending and their defense has been kind of lackluster. Let's get into these numbers right now. Their power play has been ridiculous. 3rd in the league at almost 30%. Penalty kill has been great too. 8th in the league, almost 83%. You can see everything I've circled is pretty much in the favor of the Edmonton Oilers, except for their goals against. They allow a lot of goals against, and a lot of it has to do with their goaltending. I said this in one of my previous videos. That is really where their Achilles heel is the guys playing between the pipes right now. And it's kind of been their Achilles heel the last 2 seasons, as we have seen in the playoffs, especially in the Stanley Cup Final. So we have a better goals against average at 2.9. They're more than half a goal more per game at 28th in the league. We're 14th in the league. I do think the Cats, if they could stop Conor McGregor, Leon Draisaitl, we already know the whole cast that is there. Here they are. Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, once again, just 23 assists on the season, 32 points. Unbelievable. 10 power play assists. He has 3 goals. 3 goals. I'm still getting over being sick. And Leon Draisaitl has been great too. 14 goals. He's leading the team. 7 of them coming on the power play. So we are going to have to be really cognizant of where Leon Draisaitl is and Connor McDavid is when we are on the penalty kill. Our special teams are really going to have to be special in this game, to say the least. But you can see the penalty minutes. Darnell Nurse, once again, kind of getting to that point like Evander Kane, where he's causing a lot of problems. He's creating bad penalties at times, so maybe we could take advantage of that, have him create a lot of penalties and be on the power play pretty consistently. Last game, there were only 3 total power plays against New Jersey. They had 2 power plays. We only had 1 last game. Both teams were unable to capitalize on the power play. But we already know, and I was going to say, Jack Roslovic, he can be an issue. We definitely have to keep our eyes on him, as well as Nugent Hopkins. We already know their cast of characters that they have, the guys that stand out. And it's going to be a very, very energized, emotional game tonight. We know the Oilers don't like us. We don't like them. We know what's at stake here. It's pretty much pride on the line. They have not been playing their best hockey as of late, so hopefully we could take advantage of that. Players to watch, we already know Reinhart has been on an absolute tear. He has been phenomenal. Oh, one other thing I wanted to say. Congratulations to Mackie Samoskevich. He had his 100th game when they played the New Jersey Devils, so congratulations to him. I just wanted to throw that out there. And yeah, big time game for him. He's been playing great this season. The numbers might not show it, but on the ice, he is all over the place. So let's keep rocking and rolling. We already know Draisaitl, McDavid. It speaks for itself. We already know who their players to watch are. And goaltending, matchups, big time in our favor right now. Better goals against average, better save percentage. We have 2 shutouts. I think Bob is going to be riding that shutout victory into this game. And man, I really hope they're going to pull away with the victory. We just have to hold their offense at bay. We've been doing a pretty good job of that the last 2 seasons, especially in the playoffs. Can they do it in the regular season now, especially with all of the injuries? It's going to be tough without Barkov. I know Forsling is going to be all over Connor McDavid. I don't know if we're going to say let's look for man-to-man a lot. We'll see what happens. We'll see with what the Oilers are going to be running with on the offensive side of things and what the Cats are going to do to try to stop him, as well as Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, everybody there. I mean, their power play is probably going to be the thing that we're going to have to be a little bit worried about, because they have just been really hot this season. Like I said, 3rd best in the league at almost 30%. So a lot of things to look at here, and I've got a few more things to talk about in terms of just what Devine had to say about his debut really, really quickly. Here we go, guys. He said, I think the first period, you're just trying to take it all in, pinch yourself on the bench. You kind of realize like, wow, I'm really here. But at the end of the day, you settle in, it's a hockey game, and you want to get out there and help the team win. So that was him on his debut. And here's Bob on the shutout tonight. I felt great, played my game, was focused, and tried to help the guys as much as I could. And boy, did he ever. Again, 51st shutout in his career. Congratulations to him. The Cats will look to keep riding this wave right now of wins. Hopefully they can. We need the points. Move up. They did hold that wild card spot. I think it was the second one, not the bottom of the two, but the one above the bottom one for about a couple of hours until the late night games were over. Unfortunately, we did see the Lightning kind of pop it up a little bit more, but I think the Cats are going to be rolling right now at home. Yeah, we've got the one loss in this homestand, but hey, let's look forward to the future. They're playing great. I think Devine is going to shine a little bit better tonight now that he's gotten that opening game, that debut under his belt. I think Bob is going to be playing great. Look for Rhino to have a big game. I think Maurice's going to get back on the board now that his point streak has come to an end. But who else is going to step up? Can Bennett finally put one in the back of the net and start stringing some of these goals together through consecutive games? We really need him to start stepping up. And some of the other guys too, obviously, I know Rodriguez was battling the injury. He did bounce back against I think it was the game when it was Ekblad. I'm sorry right now. It's just eluding me. It was it was a big game for the whole Cats team, scoring 8 goals. Yes, I know Bob gave up a bunch, but don't, again, count it on him. That was also a lackluster defense, and our power play, our penalty kill was not exactly 100% stellar. We had some gaffes there when we were trying to play defense and just letting guys be open on the backside. And Bob even said, yeah, those are just great goals by them. If you listen to one of his interviews, great goals by that team. So anyways, guys, big game tonight. Oilers, Cats, 7 p.m. It'll be exciting. A rematch of the last 2 Stanley Cup Finals. I can't wait. Can Jack Devine finally get his first, not finally, but can he get his first point as a professional? I think he might do it if he gets a little more ice time. But again, he didn't play a whole lot at the end of the game because, you know, Paul Maurice and the Cats want to come away with the W against the team that they really needed against. So, guys, look out tonight. It's going to be a barn burner, I think. Maybe we'll see probably a 4-3, maybe 5-3 game tonight. I'm thinking the Cats are going to not run away, but they're going to pull out the victory tonight because Bob is on fire right now. Rhino's on fire. Their defense has been better. The special teams was pretty solid the other night against the New Jersey Devils, who are a very tough team to play against. They've been playing very well this season. I know Hughes is out, but still, they were dangerous all over the place, and Bob was at the right place at the right time, sticking out the pad, getting the glove on stuff, getting the blocker on it. He was awesome. We just got to be great on special teams, be really solid on defense, know where the Oilers are at all times, especially when we're on the penalty kill. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that hype button to help me get this video out there and help me get to 4,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. And go Cats.